Good morning, crafters. Welcome to Paper Fire Studio. This is Eloise from Austin, Texas. And we had such a great Mother's Day. It was very sweet, and although I didn't get to spend it with my kids, they live out of state, but my son is coming this weekend with the grandkids. I have not seen him in a year, so I'm so excited. So I do have a couple fun things to show today. I'm eventually going to do a tutorial, but I'm not ready to do the tutorial yet. So I wanted to show you a journal, and then I want you to look at some goodies, and then I'll show you what I'm going to do the tutorial on at the very end. So going to be quick, going to be a quick little video, but that's good too. Just wanted to say hi to my new subscribers. Your comments are just wonderful. I can't believe I'm still getting comments on my studio tour, my craft room tour, and I got a little emotional in that video, and everybody is really talking about that. I really believe, you can hear it in my voice, that what we do is emotional. These are vessels for people to pass down with their thoughts, their words, their loves, their passions, which brings me to this journal. I have been eyeing this fabric. I've had this fabric in my stash forever, and I kept wanting to use it. It's almost like a knit. And I thought it might be a little difficult to do in a cover, and it wasn't at all. I have not finished this, so I'm kind of in process with it, but I thought I would just show you a couple of things. First page. In fact, before I do that, let me show you the paper. Have you guys seen the new Stamperia? It's called Passion. And as you can see, the theme is around dance, ballet. There's the slippers and the, the tutu, the dancer. But I didn't want the theme of that. I didn't want dance to be the theme of this. So my theme is passion. Who would want to put this in their hands? Somebody who wants to write about their passions. It just so happens that some of the imagery happens to be about dance. So, Stamperia, you did it again. Here is the cover, and as I open it up, I did one of my avocado dyed linens just so I could use the cover of it, the square cover, cut it up, put it on some carpet sample that happened to match the fabric. This is fabric printed on muslin. So I did a pocket, a two-tiered pocket. This is junk mail. We've all kind of seen these. Just flip the bottom up, put something in the window from the paper line, and on the back I covered it again with the avocado dyed paper so it can be a journaling spot. And then I found these really cute, I thought I had them out. Did I not leave them out? Oh, here they are. I got these really cute tags at Tuesday morning, and it's been a while. Kind of like you, they're in your stash, some hiding somewhere, but they're tags with a die cut heart in them. How cool is that? I mean, how many things can we do with that? And think about it. Can you put a die cut in your tag? How about it? And then fold it up. I mean, that's as easy as that is. So there's an idea for you to try this week. I put a little rose in there from the paper line, and just enough to accent, and I didn't want to cover up too much of the pictures here, so I just slid that in there, and that goes in the corner. Now I'm not really ready to do a flip through of this journal, but there's a couple of things in here that I thought would be helpful to think about for your journal making this week, if you can apply these tips. I'm all about guiding the writer in the journal. Where do you want them to go? And if you give them too much on opposing pages, sometimes they kind of shut down a little bit because it's too much. So I've got all this going on here, and then I did the opening page of the beautiful ballerina. And I'm going to put a quote here about passion. That's what I'm going to do down here. But it was too much to have this and this fighting each other for attention in the journal. So the way you always cure that is you mute one of them. And you mute it by tracing paper, vellum, whatever you have. So you can see here that you can look here, and here it's not screaming at you. Now, I will tell you what I did to highlight that there is tissue paper here. I stamped the corners and I matched the ink. Victorian velvet ink goes perfect with this paper line. So I stamped the corners there so it just kind of frames that picture. So as they open it up, they're going to see a quote about passion. And again, I'm not ready. I've got some French papers in here, some more avocado dyed and over the page here, some handmade papers here, some fabric printed on muslin again. So there's lots of variety in here. You know, I get my papers in, I've sewed what I want to sew, so it's all kind of in here ready for me to decorate. So I'll show you the beginning of the second signature. Look at these papers. Isn't that gorgeous? Oh, it's so beautiful. Now, again, I stamped a rose here in the corner. This is the flip side of that. It's actually 100%, I could read the watermark on it. Onion skin is what this is. Yeah, and again, didn't want to fight with this, so I muted this side. It just happened to mute the way the pages fell in. And now we're starting in the second, and I'm going to do a quote up here too for this page as well. And again, kind of some different pages on this side. Put in an envelope here, graph or ledger paper, and here's the middle of that second. Look at that paper, girls, look at that paper. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. So anyway, I've got some work to do on this, and I will of course do a flip through when I'm all done. But I'm excited about this one. I did add to the fabric, I sewed part of that carpet sample, so I would have a pocket that matched this pocket here. So again, it brings a little continuity to the beginning and end of the journal. So that has been fun. I will show you more on that as I get done with that. The second thing is, you know, I've talked to you about Creative Reuse, which is a store in a lot of the big cities that people donate their art supplies to, and they are very inexpensive. I recommend if you find one in your town, bring some stuff to donate. I always feel like excuse me, I want to contribute to the community, not just spend money there. I want to bring stuff, and I want to encourage you to do that as well. Well, guess where my husband took me for Mother's Day? We went out to lunch, and then afterwards, I looked at him and I said, well, I know where I want to go. And he said, so do I. And off we went. So I got a couple of things to show you. I got some lace, and it's that dotted Swiss on the lace. It is so pretty. Oh my gosh, my eyes immediately went to this, and it's a nice size. It's not too wide. So I think I'm going to tea dye some of this, avocado dye it, so I can get some different colors than just the white. But I will be putting this up in my shop as well. I mean, there's no way. There's 38 yards here, so there's no way I could use all that. So I will look for that if you love dotted Swiss. And look at this. Oh my goodness. This is like a quilt runner that goes down the middle of a table or something. It's got some holes in it. Again, it's old, but you know me and quilts. I thought, wow, these are gorgeous. So I'm gonna make maybe a set of 4 journals with this. And it's got that beautiful fabric on the back. I don't even think I need to line it. Yeah, it's already pretty. So that was fun. I wanted to show you that. Keep your eyes open for old quilts. But the thing that I love to get there, and I actually got 2 of them. I'll show you one. But these are the sample books that I get. And I use these, like you saw, for the inside pocket on that journal and the back pocket. These, again, they're fabric little samples, and usually they're in a color scheme. Now, the reason I got these is the stitches. I don't know if you can see that, but this is not just printed. This is stitched on. So think about that for a cover. So your cover would go like this. You could do a spine here and then use another one for the back cover. So look at these. Maybe use this for the back. Yeah, this one. It's stitched. It's like ribbon stitched through the fabric. And it's, of course, upholstery fabric, so it's really heavy. Really nice. Look at this one. Oh, they're beautiful. So I thought, because again, I could never go through all of this and use all this. But I thought about maybe putting some kits together in a color scheme that you could do your own journal covers, send some fronts and backs, and you can mix and match this. This is one of my favorites. It looks like it's printed. It's not. It's stitched. That's all stitched in. The texture of it is gorgeous. And maybe you could use this for the back. I mean, it's just, look at the trees. And then they have half pages. You can see the half page. Think of the fabric flips that would match. Again, you just have to back it with paper and you're set to go. Yeah, I don't want to go through all these, but you get the gist. But some of these, look at that. That's all stitched in. Look at that. Oh, and let me tell you, the sample books, they're just all but giving them away. So you need to find a creative reuse near you and go, because they're a jewel of a find. Yeah, and look at this. That's a dragonfly stitched in the fabric. Ah, that's beautiful. Little geometrics. Yeah, look at this one with these are like little embellishments already sewn on there. Yeah, so I was thrilled with this little find. So that was a fun trip. But the last thing that I want to show you, if I can figure out where I put them, is what I've been working on. They're called Dainty Vellum pockets. Now, let me put those to the side for a minute. let me show you what these are. You have to kind of stare at it for a minute because there's a lot going on them. They're very, very pretty. But I'll show you them up close first. There's one. I'll pull out those tags in a minute. This might be my favorite one. Let your passion be your guide. And here's the fourth one. Picture of the kids. So I saw a tutorial, and what I wanted to do is I did my own spin on it. And so when I put up this tutorial, I'll find the artist that did it. Sorry, I can't remember. I don't know her name. But what they are is vellum pockets with the edge of a doily cut out. So it gives you this trim, this beautiful, dainty trim of the doily. Yeah, that's why they're called the dainty doily vellum pockets. I think that's what she called them. Cover them with lace and an applique, and make yourself a tag, and they'll slide in, and you can clip them into your book. You can glue the bottom in, or you could flip them, however you want. Now this one, I decided, I don't know if you're like me, but sometimes when something is so over the top glitzy, it's like my teeth hurt. It's too sweet. And when you're cooking, to offset sweet, you go savory. So you're kind of looking at the opposite spectrum. Well, what I did with this one, because there's just a lot of sweet going on, and you could see the vellum, the border here, I decided to do the tag more rustic. So I didn't put anything in here with lace or anything. It's got a rusty couple of hooks on it, and it's got greenery. So I just did that for the tag so it would kind of offset. I did pull some lace in at the top. So that's one. Let me do this one. And this one, a little bit of the same. This is from the paper line. This is from Passion Stamperia paper. But I chose a piece that had some interest going on. There's a kind of a lot going on that in that tag. But I loved the juxtaposition of it up against this applique and the rickrack. Again, it's just an artist's discretion. When you like it, you like it. So that was a fun one. And then this one was the frilly, lacy one. I got this out of a magazine, this picture. Put the lace tab on the top, and you could see here the doily. I don't know what doily that was. Oh, I think it was this one. Yeah, you can see the border. I did stitch around. You don't necessarily have to stitch it, but she talks about that, how stitching really finishes it off, and I agreed with her. It really does. Added some trim, a little quote, and kept with the frilly, the pretty, the flowers, and yeah, did the fourth vellum pocket. So that's what I have been working on. I had a great Mother's Day because I got to play and also get some gardening done, which was fun. So I'm going to get back to work today. It is Monday, and I'm going to have a busy week, but I always want to make time for crafting. So I hope you do too. Go make it a great day, and thanks for watching.